Hi, Coach Tony here, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the holy grail of mastering your manifestations. So if that sounds good, make sure you like this video. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos and content. So let's jump right into the video here for you today. What is the holy grail of mastering your manifestations? Well, it comes down to the idea of you don't manifest what you want, but you manifest who you are. And we're going to delve into this like never before for you here today. So stay tuned and make sure you watch this entire video because you're going to get some amazing insights from it. And if you do, make sure you share them in the comments below. I love to read people's wins, okay? So the idea here is you're currently manifesting based off of the level of who you are being. Okay, so not what you want and what you desire, that's actually the lack thereof, because what it is that you want implies that you're not being somebody who has that thing, right? So we've got to start to change the way we're being on a regular basis. Well, what does that actually mean? Well, who you are being is your identity, but it's not just your identity that is creating your manifestations. It's actually your most dominant identity, and it's your default state of being. Those are the real determinants as to what you are manifesting in your life right now. So your most dominant identity and your default state of being is the level of what you're manifesting in your life right now. So we have to shift it actually if anything is going to change for you. Well, as I promised, we're going to go very deep into this idea so that you can see exactly why you're manifesting what you are and why you're not manifesting what it is that you desire. And you'll be able to fill in the gaps by the end of this video. Okay, that's my promise to you. Okay, so our identity shifts throughout the day, throughout the week, depending on what we're doing. Your identity can shift. If you think about it in the way of like you put on different hats and different roles you're playing throughout different parts of your life, right? So when you're being a parent to your children, let's say, you have like the mom or dad role that you're putting the hat on and playing the mom and dad. Well, if you're working at a job or if you own a business, you put on the business owner hat or you put on the job hat and you go to work and you are that identity through that period of time, right? So the idea here is we're shifting identities all throughout the day. When you're with your significant other or when you're with your friends, generally speaking, you're a slightly different identity to who you normally are. Well, what we want to uncover is what is your most dominant identity and your most dominant state of being. That is what is dictating what you're manifesting right now. Well, to help you discover this even more effectively, your identity is made up of the following areas. And this is a list of them so that you can actually check yourself against where you are right now and where you want to be. Okay. So it starts with your beliefs, then your standards and your tolerance level, what you accept and allow for yourself in your life. It's your thoughts and the way you think. It's your perception and how you're looking at things. The stories you're telling yourself on a regular basis. That's a huge one, actually. It's who you are in relation to the world. It's what you think your place is in the world. It's your norm and your default state of living and being. Literally, what's normal, comfortable, familiar to you. It's also your level of expectation. And it's how you feel on a regular and consistent basis, or most dominantly. And it's the actions you take on a regular and consistent basis. All of these areas, and this list is not even all encompassing, but these are the biggest areas. If you can really look at this list and check yourself against it to say, all right, well, what are my beliefs right now? And do my beliefs align with who I need to be in order to manifest what it is I'm looking to manifest, right? And you can check yourself against all the areas. Do my standards and my tolerance level match that who I need to be, right? So if you want to be making a lot more money, but right now you're currently tolerating no money in the bank and you're not saving your money and all those types of things, then that's the area of your life that you want to start to look at and challenge and say, hey, maybe I need to raise my levels of standards and what I'm tolerating and what I'm accepting right now around money. Or the same thing for your health. Like if you are trying to lose weight, but it's very difficult, but you have a bunch of cookies sitting on the counter and you allow the cookies to be there. Like, again, this is just a very simple idea for you to really connect the dots here. But the idea is you need to become a person who doesn't allow cookies any longer. You got to throw them away. And you only allow, let's just say, veggies in the fridge as a snack for yourself, right? So again, you got to kind of shift your tolerance level and your standards, right? But if you can actually go through this list of attributes that make up your identity and really measure yourself against them and see where you are in relation to where you want to be. And again, it doesn't matter what you're trying to manifest. You can compare yourself to your current self and the version of yourself that you want to be. Okay. And you can see the discrepancy and you can start to work on whatever area that is lacking right now. And it's going to be blaringly obvious where you're lacking and what you need to shift once you go through this list. I promise you. Well, my advice to you is this. Pick one or two areas that are the most obvious, where you know you're super far away from where you need to be, and work on challenging those areas over the next 30 days. Okay. Really, we get caught up in this idea that we have to manifest in a certain period of time, but that's not necessarily the case. In fact, that actually gets a lot of people stuck because there's this false sense of deadline and this false sense of failure if we don't manifest within a certain period of time. Well, the reality is our duty is just to shift who we're being, because you're manifesting based off of who you are on a regular basis and consistent basis. So if you can work towards shifting that in all of these areas of your identity, oh my goodness, you're going to start to shift what is coming into your life and what you're manifesting in and the results you're getting. So how cool is that, right? Well, I hope this really resonates with you. And if it does, please let me know in the comments below, because this is going to serve you amazingly well. I truly believe if you take this seriously and you shift in each of these areas of your identity until your entire identity is that of the person who you're trying to become, then you are going to see your manifestation of what it is you desire come in faster and more effective than ever before. Your life and the results you're currently getting are a direct reflection to the decisions you've made thus far. So the beautiful thing about this is you can start to challenge your decisions moving forward. And not only your decisions, but the way you make decisions. You could change that as well. When you start to decide to be somebody different, somebody who is more worthy, somebody who has a higher level of tolerance and standards, and somebody who is thinking and believing differently about themselves in their life, man, will that shift your life faster than anything else. So the idea is I want to leave you with this actionable plan for yourself so that you can apply what you've learned and really get a great result from it. Okay. So if you can commit to yourself that you're going to become a better decision maker for yourself, and you're going to decide to be more and more of who it is you desire to become. Okay. And then you're going to take that list of all the attributes of your self-identity that we spoke about earlier, and you're going to check yourself against them, pick a couple that you can work on throughout this month, and make new decisions in those areas. Make a decision to be somebody greater in those areas, to no longer accept, allow, and tolerate what you have been in each of those areas. Okay. If you do that for 30 days, let me know what happens. Let me know what shifts in your life. And as a result, what ends up manifesting in your life and what results change in your life. Okay. I would love to hear it, and let me know in the comments below. Okay. But with that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and week. And I want to wish you happy manifesting. See you in the next video.